Hello, welcome back to another episode of Real American Cougar. This is episode number 44. Boy, we've come a long way. Thank you to everyone who's been with me all the way since episode 1 and all you subscribers that have come by through the year and a half that we've been doing this. I really appreciate it. We are going to ask the question tonight, are you ever too old to start over? I thought about that question. I started over. Yeah, starting over is easy. I've done it a million times. I do have a definite history of starting over several times, and it really, because of my upbringing, I want to say that I was unaware of certain values and opportunities that life had to offer, and I didn't really decide to create my life until very recently, within the last 5 years, 5 to 10 years. I really didn't realize what was going on, some of the best decisions to make. I didn't realize because I needed to escape survival mode. I had lived 3/4 of my life in survival mode. And when you live in survival mode, you don't feel like you have the freedom to live your best life. You do what you have to do because you feel you have to, and there's no way around it. And in my past, I've made quite a few mistakes. I admit to. I've made quite a few bad decisions, which I admit to. That has helped me get to where I am today, mature and single. But the thing is, I needed to escape survival mode. I had to escape survival mode. To really know what was available to me and to know what my life could be, I had to escape survival mode, and I had to learn to leave the past where it belongs, in the past. You know, I can't judge myself by my past mistakes. They were made. Life went on. I did the best I could. But now I got to the point where, hey, I have a little space in the world. And what am I going to do with it? Am I going to just feel bad about all the things that happened to me in the past or the far back past or the recent past? There's no sense to do that. And then I'm looking forward. As I look at my life forward, how much time do I have left? 20 years, 30 years, 10 years maybe? I don't know. So I decided to remove age from the equation, period. Once I decided that, okay, this time I'm starting over and this is going to be it. I am going to create my life. I'm going to figure out what it is that I think I'm missing, and decide if that is really necessary or not. So I decided to not worry so much about how much time I had left as to worry about the quality of life that I have left. So I decided, this is my life. This is my only life. And it is your only life, people. This is your life. It's not a movie. It's not a TV show. It's a real thing. Time goes by faster than you even know it. And this is your life. You have every right to live it the way that you want to. If you want to create your best life and do the things that make you happy, that is a whole new world for you. No matter what anybody else does, if you decide that you're going to create your life and do what's best for you, it doesn't matter what the rest of the world is doing. So I decided to create my life and start over. I started over back when I got separated from my children's father and stepfather. That was rough. I was still pretty much in survival mode, not knowing what to do, thinking that I wasn't strong enough to do things on my own, thinking that I needed other people to help me, thinking that I needed to conform to the, well, you need to have a relationship and you need to be happy and you need to have a family. Those were all things that I was very misguided in thinking in that direction. So when I finally decided that, look, it is me for the rest of my life, things didn't pan out, I am not going to revisit that. I am not going to judge myself by situations that have happened to me, by sad memories, by anything from my past. I decided that it was time for me to create my life, and the first thing that I needed was to decide that this was it. I'm starting over, and I needed to develop confidence. If you work on yourself, get to know yourself, push yourself a little bit, it's not easy to develop confidence. You'll find that you will get places in life that you thought that you never would get. Confidence is your superpower. It's all in the posture. Remember, head up, shoulders back. If you got them, flaunt them. You know, hey, when I decided that I was going to live my best life and I was going to do what made me happy, I started walking around like I owned the place. It didn't mean I had to be a bitch about it. I didn't have to. But it meant that I could walk around in my space and, absorb my space and enjoy my space in this world. So I might as well walk around and be proud of myself and love myself, and I look the best that I think I look, and so what if nobody else doesn't like it? If it makes me feel comfortable and it makes me happy, that is what I'm going to do. I decided that I was going to do what I always wanted to do. I wasn't under anybody's thumb anymore. I didn't have to ask anybody's permission for anything. You're not under anyone's control. It is so good to be in control of your own life. This is a reason why you should really not feel bad about starting over, because everything else will become irrelevant. Once you decide that you are starting over, and I don't care what the age is, you can always decide to start over. If you are 20 years old and you want to do something else, you want to get away from whatever you think is not influencing you in the way that you want to be influenced, you can do something else. You can do something else at any age. You can control your life and make your own happiness at any age. The main thing is, if you take control of your mind, you'll take control of your body. If you take control of your mind and you decide that, yes, I deserve to go out, I deserve to do the things that make me happy, live my own life, make my own decisions, not be under anyone's control, the more you reinforce that in your mind, the more that your body and yourself will just go along with that. Sure, you may not feel like going places. You may not feel like doing anything. Oh, I'm tired tonight. Oh, I have a headache. Oh, there's plenty of things that we can use as a crutch. We can even use our age as a crutch. Oh, I'm just so tired. I don't have the energy that I used to when I was younger. Yeah, that's the easy thing to say. But, get off your butt. Get out there and be doing what you want to do. At any age, just get up and do it. When I decided to create my life recently, within the last 3 to 5 years, I think it was really the first time that I ever had a chance to really evaluate what was available to me, what I wanted out of life. It was the very first time in all my life, 3/4 of my life, that I could ask myself, what do I want? I spent so much time doing what I thought other people wanted because I wanted other people to be happy. And I let my happiness go by the wayside. And, I decided that, what do I want? What's going to make me happy? What's going to make me happy to have my home, have my pets, have a job that I go to that I can do well. It's going to make me happy to have all the things in my home that I need and have them where I want them and how I want them. To have a nice clean home if I want it nice and clean. Another thing I thought about is, being alone isn't so bad. It's a whole new kind of freedom. What will give me the most freedom? Is it going to be putting up with, what I put up with before? Is it going to be sitting around looking back at my memories, feeling terrible and crying? No, that's not going to give me freedom. That's going to make me stuck. stuck in one spot. So decide what it is that's going to give you freedom, because you are free to choose whatever you want to do when you're alone. That's the beauty of it. I went out one evening. I went to see a band that I know, and once in a while I will go out when they are out playing. And the band guy, the singer, he saw me there, and he made the comment that, it doesn't matter if you're single. When you're single, don't feel bad about being single, because you can go out places whenever you want to and do what you want. And who wouldn't want to do what they want? And that's basically what I've been thinking. Who wouldn't want the freedom to do what they want, as long as they don't hurt anybody else? So I think that living my best life equals being true to myself. Learning about myself, deciding what's going to give me freedom, decide what am I passionate about? What am I passionate about? And I became very passionate about improving myself as a person, improving my life. It definitely could stand some improvement, and I'm still working on it. Improving myself to feel something vital, something worthwhile, to have a purpose. Sometimes we feel like we just don't have a purpose. What is the use? What's the use? Throw your hands up. Well, no, not what's the use. You have a purpose. And one of the things that came from me going through this process and trying to create my life and starting over once again. I was pretty tired, but I started over once again. I think we talked about how I moved into my house, got different things that I needed, took care of everything myself, put everything away, cleaned everything up. It was a massive effort for about, oh my gosh, I've been there 2 years, and I think I've just slowed down this last fall. It's been a massive effort to get my home the way I want it and get me the way I want me, and just pull myself up off the couch and do the stuff that needed to be done. So I'm very passionate about being a single, mature woman. I'm being a single woman living this life. I'm very passionate about anyone who is mature and single and is working so hard to own their space on this earth, and to make their space on this earth and their world as wonderful and as happy as they can make it. And because of that is one of the reasons why this channel got started. I started thinking about people that need a little bit of push. They need a little bit of encouragement. They need to know that somebody else has gone through things and was able to survive and be happy. And that gave me the initiative to start this channel, the Real American Cougar channel, to talk about not the cougars that dress all up and go out and they want to date the young guys and try to get dates and try to date young men. This is my channel about my story, how I brought myself to where I am now, and how I am creating my best life. So because of everything I had been through, and because of everything I pulled myself out of, and because of all the questions that I asked myself and decided that I did want to be happy, this very video is something that happened from that, and I feel really good about it. It gives me something enjoyable to do. It gives me friends. I've met a lot of friends. It gives me a good feeling of accomplishment to do this. So what I really want to tell you is you can always start over at any age. Don't measure your worth by your past mistakes. When you decide to create your life, you don't have to measure your worth by anything that happened in the past. You can always start over. Stay focused. Stay focused on your passion. Stay focused on what is going to make you happy. And give it time. Everything that's good takes time. I thought I was never going to be happy. For 3/4 of my life, I thought I was never going to be happy. I just thought I had to put up, shut up, do whatever. Well, you don't. You can create your life, and you can make it the happiest you have ever been. Right now, I am the happiest that I have ever been. And I'm just glad to share my story with you, share my happiness with you. And I just want to let you know that if you ever want to leave a comment, ask me a question, message me on the Facebook page. I am always ready to have a conversation. If it's just conversation, how are you? How are you doing? What do you like? What do you do? Where you live? It's very interesting to meet other people. I've really expanded my world by learning to escape the survival mode and create my life. I do want to say thank you to Connor. Connor is a friend of mine from the UK. He sent me an awesome portrait that he made of me, and it's really nice. It's got my curly hair in it, and it's got my favorite colors, green and purple, in it. And Connor, if you say it's okay, I might even share it on the Facebook page. So look for that, guys. Remember, don't measure yourself by your past. You are worth having a good life. Create your life. Be happy and live your passion. Peace out.